Personal connections. Andy Hubert wasn't here when we did this.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what
Am
he's
I
out of
writing
the
a
loop.
personals ad? Am I putting an ad in the paper?
So I had
You're
a
talking
personal...
about like your personal relationship with this
Tell me your
movie.
personal relationship with Apollo 13. At what point did you see it? Why did it adhere to you? And why do you love it now? What is it about this film?
I mean, I saw this. I did not see it in theaters. I saw it because we had it on VHS. So I don't know exactly what year, but it was probably 96, 97, pretty close to around that
Didn't
time.
see it in theaters, only saw it in VHS.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, I'll leave then. Fine, it's fine. No, I don't know. Like I remember watching this, and I was just, I mean,
Did you buy
I've
it or
always
did you
loved
rent
space.
it? Because it was the time when you could
We
buy
owned
VHS.
it. Oh yeah, we owned this with the
Your dad bought it.
little Apollo with the little
Yeah.
curvature of the Earth and the logo on the VHS cassette.
3 for $20 at Blockbuster VHS tapes.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And the cover's that shot of Tom Hanks looking up out of his helmet. He's like, "Help!
I'm stuck up here.
I'm in space. Help!"
I shouldn't have gone up here.
I'm just picturing the cover of the DVD. It says Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks and a caption
comic
that
bubble.
says help.
Help! Help, please! Oh man, I don't know. I love space.
Yeah.
I've always loved space. So this was like any
Why?
kind of astronaut movie. I was like, yes, get it.
Why do you
why
care
space?
about space?
Because space is the final frontier, guys.
Is it
It's
Star Trek and Star
where
Wars?
all the cool
Well,
stuff
because you
happens.
miss like the cowboy phase,
Yeah, Cowboys are dumb. Cowboys are dumb as hell.
the
You know,
first
don't eat 'em.
frontier.
Yeah, that's old news. We gotta get out to the final frontier. We gotta
What is
fly
that?
around.
What is that? Mars?
I mean, it's forever. You can go past Mars. You go out into the rest of the universe.
Do you think we're actually getting
leave the
there?
galaxy? Not anytime soon. But
Yeah.
Do you like space video games? Do you ever like...
oh yeah, I mean, I've played No Man's Sky. Is a lot of
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
You get to travel between them all. I'm
Do
interested.
you play
in
Mass Effect?
Oh my gosh, I love Mass Effect 1 and 2 are fantastic. Mass Effect 3 is pretty good.
He wants to live in space.
Yeah. Is there a game where you get to build your own rocket from scratch, like Legos?
Astronomer.
and
Kerbal
shoot
Space
yourself?
Program.
Kerbal
yes.
Space
Wait, what?
It's called Kerbal Space Program. It was originally a physics simulator that
wanna
like
play this.
some university team developed, and then turned it into a game where you can build like a rocket ship, and like it's pretty comprehensive. Like they have a million different types of parts. You can build them to this rocket, and then you can like launch it. And like it originally was a physics simulator, so it realistically kind of models what would happen if you launch this, which most of the time is blowing up and exploding. And so you have little dudes called Kerbals, who are like the species that are trying to make this happen. So like these little green dudes that like are in this ship. And you send off all these little Kerbal astronauts to their deaths because you
play
design
this
terrible
game.
spaceships. It's a lot of fun. It's a goofy
Do
sandbox
I need like
game.
a
It's
good
also
No.
healthy
no. You don't need
computer?
anything. You don't need anything beefy to run it. I highly recommend
Okay.
giving it a shot just because it's so
Okay.
goofy. But getting to the moon is so hard. Especially getting to the moon is not that hard. Getting people back from the moon is the hard part. I can crash land and
Okay.
strand them on the moon all I want, but it's like. Yeah, you can program your rockets to have stages. You can build space planes. It's nuts.
This is why you love space so much.
It's good. It's a lot of fun. It's cool stuff.
Would you want to live on the moon if we had a colony up there?
How can you live on the moon?
Would you put in like if there was like a lottery that you could put your name into?
I don't know if I'd want to live there. I'd want to visit, but if you live there, then like you've had that problem where like you're in 0G too long and your muscle and bone density starts to like deteriorate. You
Yeah,
don't wanna
doesn't
go
it get
there that
like
long?
Yeah. What if
Thinner,
there's
your
like an
bones get-
Arby's up there and you're okay?
Ooh, okay.
You know?
There's one Arby's that I'm in, but no, you stay up there too long, you get like the Expanse where you have like the Belters. I don't know. See, you guys aren't into the space stuff. Get out of here.
I like some space
Well, I do know
stuff.
that like astronauts say when they come back, like they like physically can't really walk.
Yeah,
or move.
in Apollo
Oh, yeah.
13 they couldn't get out of their thingies.
Yeah, because like you're not adjusted
Yeah.
to like the
they've
weight
had,
of the
they
gravity.
definitely had those, especially like the astronauts that are up at the International Space Station for like a year. They come
Yep.
back and they have to do some physical.
yeah,
therapy.
that's who I was listening to. It was one
Yeah.
of those guys.
It was one of the many things I hated about Gravity. When Sandra Bullock lands again, she just like walks out into the beach. It's like, you're not
Of
walking.
course, because she's
not walking.
beautiful.
Sandy B.
Hey, why do you got to call her a bee?
Wow, Brad.
I'm a B.
I'm all bee.
In school, did you ever do like research papers and stuff on like if
You built like a
if things came-
planetarium.
Were you ever into rocketeering?
It would not at all surprise me if I did like multiple school reports on the
Space
Apollo
and
13
Apollo
mission
13.
and just watched the movie and then wrote it about that.
Dang. I didn't even realize that the first time we ever flew by Mars was in the mid 70s.
Yeah.
Like I never knew that was a thing. There's like old photos from this It was just a like satellite.
I'm gonna say because we sent Voyager out a while ago.
Yeah.
It's been forever. It just reached like
This was slightly before that.
it just
we
left
sent
the solar
something.
system?
We sent something out just to Mars to fly by it and
Yeah.
snap some photos and send it back, and it just looks so eerie.
Yeah.
You see like this planet getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's so interesting.
I like Jupiter as a kid. I
Really?
thought that was a fun
Yeah,
thing. It's
it
full
looks
of gas.
Really cool. Well, and like it's got the swirling
And then
eye.
it's like just full
You
of
die in there,
thunderstorms.
though.
Yeah. I can't even like picture in my head a gas planet. Like what even is like it, what is that?
Yeah.
What is it?
just all gas.
If you just fall through it?
Do you think there's
That's crazy.
life form?
Can I
there?
fly
That's a good
through a
question.
gas planet?
Do you think there's life form on some of these
There's
planets?
gas.
Hey, like, do they have,
Little
a,
gas
do they have a
monsters?
core or something? Yeah, it's a good question.
Touching Andy's foot.
Hey,
Jupiter is exciting to me.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
That's my
they've
favorite
always
planet.
looked at
It's
some
so
of the
big.
moons of Jupiter as a place to
Oh,
also
there's a lot of
colonize.
moons. Yeah. It's got like 8 or 9 moons or something.
you didn't like Saturn? It's another gas giant, but it's got rings.
Yeah, Saturn isn't as cool as Jupiter.
No, but
is.
what's the
And Neptune
one?
is like the dud planet. Come on.
What about Uranus?
I like Uranus over Neptune.
Hey, got him. What's the one planet? There's one planet out there that has a sandstorm that's like as big as
Venus?
the planet, and it eventually like it crisscrosses the planet and then swallows itself back up.
Ooh,
Have you heard of this?
I don't think so. I know Jupiter has like the spot, which is like a giant storm that's happening.
that
all
might
the
be
time,
that.
but maybe.
I
But
want to go study that storm.
it sounds insane.
Let's get Bill Paxton in the Twister truck, fly him
Ooh,
out to
okay, yeah.
Jupiter.
Just send him up. Just launch him out there.
Get him to study up there.
close.
He's gonna be just driving his truck near the storm. He's like,
We gotta get.
come on! It like sucks the thing out the back of the truck. He's like, yeah, I got it.
He's a college.
Cow, space cow! Whoa. Yes. Perfect.
Show me that movie.
I'd watch that.
Space truckers with.
I love Space Truckers.
I need
it
to
would
watch
be
that.
half-
I've
It's
not
so
heard
good.
of this.
It would be
until you
half
guys
Space
mentioned it
Truckers
a couple episodes ago.
And it would
It's
be
so
half
fun.
Twister.
It's like Dennis Hopper's first ever like good guy role in a movie ever. He's always a villain bad guy.
That's true.
Let's go through them. Mercury. What do you think about Mercury? Give me your ratings.
I mean, it's too hot.
Was it the first
It's really,
one?
it's very warm.
It's
small.
tiny. It's a
It's
little tiny
small.
planet.
It's
Who
hot.
cares about that?
I feel like it could just disappear and no one would even notice.
Yeah.
No, wait. Aren't they
Gone.
sending? Aren't they sending a spacecraft to the sun?
That
Did they
sounds
do
silly.
That sounds like a waste of money.
They did that movie. They did it in the movie Sunshine when they tried to reignite it.
What about the the movie?
Didn't they do that? I thought they did that like a year and a half ago or so. They were sending out a spacecraft to fly by the sun, and it had like a protective heat shield that allowed it to get like
maybe.
as close as.
The sun is so hot, though. Oh my gosh!
I know. I don't know how. This is like they figured something out, and they said they were able to go. They're
Did you
going
ever
to
go outside in
flyby.
August and just like be in the sun? It's
Oh
too
my
warm.
god! Can you imagine being
Ugh.
like 5 feet from it?
Oh gosh! Bring the sunblock.
Oh yeah, right. I'm gonna be all
can't get
sunburned
that
the next
close.
day.
I get a
I'm just
tan.
gonna be like,
I don't
oh,
want.
my skin is peeling.
I don't like it. I like having skin.
So what's it? What? Okay, I mean, I guess I know what a planet is, but like, what is a star exactly?
It's basically just a runway fusion reaction.
A star is a massive incandescent gas.
Yeah,
it's a gigantic nuclear furnace.
Incandescent gas. That's true.
Okay.
It's a good. They might be giant
Song form?
Very informative for you.
So it's just a lot of gas
About 93
that's
million
exploding
miles away.
So it's just a
It's basically
gas ball
It's a gas ball where
that's exploding.
yeah,
Has like nuclear energy.
essentially because it's basically like I think it's fission, not fusion, that's happening in there. But it's like basically it's just like molecules like exploding and reforming and stuff, and that's what it puts out massive amounts of energy, which is essentially the sun's energy and the brightness.
And then a black hole is like the void of a star.
Yeah, it's
in a
like
way?
when a star collapses on itself after it's been spent, and it
Yeah.
forms like this super dense, tiny little spot
Yeah,
in space.
I think we just recently saw a black hole that like happened like
Yeah.
hundreds or thousands of years ago.
Right. Right.
Like, oh, that universe
There
is
it
gone
is.
now.
goodbye. Yeah,
Or it's been
Yeah.
gone for a while.
That's how it happens.
Yeah. I was kind of scared that the universe would explode as a kid. Like the sun would burn out or
they
a
talk
black
about
hole
like
would come
they
get
like
us.
someday the sun will burn out,
still-
someday the universe will collapse on itself because right now it's expanding.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're like, but eventually it's going to stop and contract potentially, and so I was like,
The
wow,
universe or the
we're all
galaxy,
doomed.
or-
the universe. The galaxy too has its own problems. They had this cool time lapse photo they released not too long ago of two galaxies basically colliding in space. That looks really cool. But I'm like, that basically means all of those planets just blew up. There's probably a bunch of aliens up there that just got wiped out.
Yeah, but that's like over long.
Oh yeah, I mean we would know by now if we were
Yeah.
that close to being doomed.
But it's pretty sweet because over the photo they play that song. This is what happens when the worlds collide. You ready for it? You ready for it? You ready for it?
NASA. Wow, NASA.
There's one metal guy at NASA who really is living it up over there.
Yeah, he's having his best life.
Fred. What can I do?
He's the one guy in a Slipknot shirt at NASA.
His
There's gotta be
fingernails
one of
painted
them.
black. He's just like, what up, guys?
He's got that one metal finger thing.
Gonna look at some Kepler photos today. Oh man.
Yeah, but I'm afraid of space. I don't like
afraid?
it. It's
Space
scary.
Space is fake.
Asteroids
guys.
can like smack into us and just destroy
Armageddon.
the world.
And they said just
Kill the dinosaurs.
A couple weeks ago, they said there's an asteroid that's been orbiting around Earth that's kind of like a second moon.
I'm even afraid of that Halley's Comet.
not necessarily,
That Halley's
but-
Comet keeps coming back and trying to hit us.
You son of a
That's true.
bitch, Haley.
Every couple years, like, what's going on with this comet? Someone take this comet
one of these
out.
days, it's gonna pick us up and we're gonna float away.
It's gonna smack into
That's
us.
Hale
and-
Bop. We
Yeah.
gotta
Damn
we gotta get on the
Damn
Hale
it,
Bop.
Hale Bop!
If we just like move our axis just like a little bit, there's a part in Frisky Dingo where the villain's main plan is to put a rocket like facing the Earth just to move it a little, just to destroy it. If we're out of balance just a little bit, we're
Yeah,
done for.
I mean, I will say, when you're studying space, you do realize just how
fragile.
and how insignificant everything is.
Yeah.
Like nothing matters.
No.
Well, they were saying like they could do a couple simple things with asteroids that are potentially going to collide. Like you can just crash.
You can send an oil drilling team up there.
You send
Yeah.
an oil drilling team up there to bust it in two.
Yep.
No, they were saying like you could just crash a rocket into it, and that might be enough to push it.
Yeah,
off
if you can
course.
get it early enough. Yeah.
Or you can send maybe a drone rocket around it and have the drone orbit it and slowly shift its trajectory.
Are we ever
somewhere
going to
else.
detonate a nuclear bomb in space?
Right?
Have we ever? Is that
We will.
going to happen?
Only in movies.
I'd say in like 200 years we will.
Where are we going to put it? Where are we going to put a nuclear bomb? Just out there in the space and you see it and it's just a big explosion
Just
in the
real
sky?
cool.
It's just aiming at us.
It's like,
Why would we do this?
The craziest 4th of July firework is just a nuclear bomb in space.
Oh my god. That'd be insane. They're gonna shoot it to blow up the space junk to hail on us.
Oh man.
But I'm afraid of space.
Me too.
Apollo 13.
Yeah, what about this? Oh yeah, that's right. We
So
watched
how
the
many
movie.
times do you think you've seen it?
Oh my gosh, this might be my most watched movie of all time.
I like watching it on a plane.
I've
It's always,
watched this
it's always
a
in a
lot.
plane.
It's actually
Would
this
you watch
actually
it on a train?
no.
I have a little folder of just movies that live on like my laptop, or I used to have them on a flash drive earlier on. That it was like my travel movies, and it was one of like the 6 movies I had on there because it wasn't this was old when I couldn't fit that many movies on a single drive. But
Do you ever skip just like the first 40 minutes? Because I probably would. I'd be like, I get
It's
it.
a boring part.
no, I
skip it.
watched the whole thing.
Give me
every
the
time.
space launch.
I need to watch
It's
Jack
the boring
Swagger
part.
use a beer bottle to explain docking, and he's just like,
Oh, that was an uncomfortable scene.
that thing
He's like, insert.
Yeah, it was like the,
Insert.
it's like the first lines of the movie.
It is, yeah, really.
Like, this is not good.
Yep.
Well, he's a single man.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, he's banging all those ladies.
Sure, I guess. What do you want?
Now, the important thing when you're penetrating a lunar module is your attitude and your relative speed. Now, let's say this is me here in the command module, and this is you
All right.
in the left. This thing sticks out here in front. That's called a probe.
Is that true?
Absolutely. And Tracy, I'll tell you, when you feel that thing slide in, everything's clicking. It's like no other feeling in the world.
What do you guys feel about this?
To me, this is a school movie.
Yeah?
It's school movie. We watch it in
Very
school.
educational.
Yep. Yeah.
I never would watch it on my own. No. School movie.
All right. Does it bring back bad memories then? You're just like, ugh, what am I in class again?
Maybe a little bit.
Really?
But it was always kind of fun to watch movies in school. That was
Of
never a
course.
bad
That's true.
time.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
This
I
October
watched Halloween
Sky
H2O.
in school.
What's the craziest movie you ever watched in school where you were just like,
was
why?
that one.
are we watching
I
that
brought
one.
in an anime to an English class once, and nobody knew what it was. I even forget what the movie was now. It might have been like a Miyazaki
You're just
film.
putting on Akira for everybody?
Yeah,
watching
and like
a
everyone's
huge
like, "What the hell's
creepy
going on?"
blob. Oh my
and
god!
just nobody cared. And it's like, man,
I didn't
we're watching
realize
a sweet
how
movie.
many Miyazaki movies we watched in Japanese class.
That's true. We did watch a lot of those.
Like one time I went to his Wikipedia page and was like, what movies has he come out with and which years and everything? And then I'm looking, I'm like, feel like I've seen like most of these, just in that one class alone.
I'm about half and half on those. I want to watch more. Maybe this summer will be the summer of Miyazaki for me.
I'm trying to think because we definitely watched Master and Commander, or at least part of it.
Well, that
in one of
movie's
our classes
sweet.
because he's talking
never
about
seen it.
there's like
Yeah.
a part where they're playing Darwin because they land on the Galapagos Islands and all this stuff, and he's like, it could have been Darwin.
Actually,
Darwin over there.
I watched a YouTube video of Tiki Watiti doing like going through like a video store, and he says that he's watched Master Commander and Gladiator like the most out of
Dude,
any two
I've watched
films.
Master and Commander so much. That movie's amazing.
He's in love with Russell Crowe.
It makes me so sad that didn't become a series because it easily could have. Come on, I watched that movie almost as much as I watched this movie. No,
Like
not
what's that movie about? What year?
2004.
No. What year's the?
Yeah, 4. Well,
like 1700s.
Oh, I don't know.
yeah, it's set in the actually
Maybe before that. I don't. Oh no, because it's naval
not
battles.
Well, I'm trying to think about it it's the Napoleonic era.
Oh, okay, so 1800.
Yeah. And it's basically like Russell Crowe plays this like gruff commander of a ship that's like chasing a French ship around South America.
Ooh, a friendship.
And that yeah.
French chips.
And then Paul Bettany plays like the nerdy doctor on the ship who's like Russell Crowe's best friend. And basically the movie is sort of about their dynamic while chasing this French ship the whole time.
Got it.
And
Okay.
it's really good. It's an amazing
It's a great movie.
I'm gonna watch it this afternoon. That was a tank
doing?
burp. That was
Wow,
a tank
that's
burp.
a tank burp.
That was a tank
You
burp
finished
for
your whole
sure.
glass, powder at the bottom.
I need to water mine
The powder
down.
at the bottom was white. It was
I told
kinda
you
gross
the
looking.
powder's white in the,
How
the
does
can.
it turn?
I have no
orange?
clue. Oh man.
What's your relationship with Apollo 13?
I saw it at the theater.
Yeah, you saw it the real way. Come on.
I think I saw it because my grandpa took me.
Okay.
It's a grandpa film for sure.
I could see that.
Yeah,
He's like, I remember watching this.
I want to
movie
relive my
live.
glory years.
it's an intense movie. I remember I just like as I'm watching it, like being that cold up there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Well,
I wouldn't be able to do it at all.
It is,
Yeah.
and they mentioned in the movie,
I'd be Bill Paxton.
They're like, there is no rescue for space. So if like something happens, like you're like, sorry, we literally can do nothing about it for you. So figure it out.
Well, there's a really good Radiolab episode where they read the letter that Richard Nixon wrote in case Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were stranded on the moon.
Yeah.
And they read like this whole letter that was released and had someone like impersonating Richard Nixon.
That's
it was
pretty
like
cool.
eerie, you know? They didn't know if they were able to come back or not.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I love all these space movies.
I'm
Man,
not that brave.
It's been a good couple years for space
Are
movies.
there any
too.
more space movies to be made?
I mean, you can always find new ways to do it. I mean, like I
Seems
said,
like it's always fiction
we
now.
talked about
Space Force.
yeah, but you don't
Like
wanna
Police
make real
Academy, but
ones.
Space Force.
I guess we got
Space is boring in real life. You need the movie space.
Did you guys hear about
well,
Rocket Man?
we got Hidden Figures, right?
The Elton John movie.
We got Hidden
No,
Figures. That was
no,
about space.
That was pretty good.
I didn't see it.
Did like that movie.
So that's a new take on space.
Did I already mention this last time when we were recording? Rocket Man, the guy
Oh,
who was
yeah,
trying to
the
shoot himself
guy-
in
the-
space.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
We
Won't-
did talk
won't
about
talk
that,
about it
Dave.
again.
That was pretty good. But yeah, The Martian, Gravity.
I want.
mean,
What's
Interstellar.
another real thing we can do? I don't even. The Russian? Is there a Russian space program movie?
That would
we can
actually be a
see?
really cool movie. Like,
wanna
there's
see
Yeah,
that-
let's see the Russian
Let
side
me see
of
that
them
monkey
trying to
up
get
in
into
space. Let me see
Talk
that dog
about
up
it.
in space.
So show me the
Ooh,
one
they didn't
because
come
the
back.
first guy they shot
They
up in
died.
space died on reentry. Like they shot him up and like they knew that rocket was not going to survive, and they shot him up anyway. And they
See, that's how the Russians did it, man.
they really kind of.
All right, Boris, you're gonna be good. You'll come back and not gonna make it.
Yeah, I would actually really like to see a movie about like the Russian space program.
Get the people who make Chernobyl to make it. It'd be
Oh,
great.
that'd be so good.
Ooh,
Hey,
that would be good.
Put it out there in the universe. Maybe
Call
it'll
'em up,
happen.
yeah.
But there's other like Mexico and like Iran had space programs, right?
Yep, Japan has had
Japan?
has one.
I wanna
in
see
China-
other people's
I think
space
China has had
programs.
one for a
India.
while. Yeah.
India does.
I want to see what their missions were. What were they trying to
China
do?
was saying that they're supposed to be landing on the moon sometime soon.
Are they just trying to get rocks still? What's going? What's
Space
the purpose
junk.
here?
I'm not sure if like landing
Space
on the moon,
rocks.
if that's just like a proof of concept or if there's actually like a real objective of landing.
We
on
want
the
someone to go live up there for like a month. Then I'm
There
really
you go.
excited
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Let's go
think
see.
someone wants to. I imagine they want to eventually have some type of base there, some type of
Yeah. Well,
landing
like I said,
place.
NASA's been working for a long time about landing on Mars and having a long-term manned presence
Yeah.
on Mars. So that's like definitely
The
that's something we're trying to do.
The second you
I
build that
think, like,
landing pad, a Cinnabon's going to show up.
there you go.
You're going to be
Get
good
that
to go.
Arby's.
Tim Hortons here already.
Get beef and cheddar.
Timbies.
I can't wait. Commercialize the moon.
What's minimum
Put a big
wage
Nike
on
logo up
Mars?
there.
Ooh, that's a good
What's
question.
minimum wage on Mars?
You know, It's got to be a little bit more because cost of living's probably a little higher.
I
there,
want
you know?
stuff more than money when you're
It's probably like
$150
for
an
a
hour.
gallon of milk or something. Yeah, you're like,
yeah, that's not gonna come cheap.
Dang.
oof, yeah. Unless you get those space cows.
Hard-hitting questions.
But let me see some other space stories. I don't have to see just American ones.
That does actually sound like the coolest thing I could watch would be the Chernobyl guys making the Russian space program. Give me that mini HBO. Where are you?
Where you at, dogs?
Get over here.
What about aliens, though? What if aliens are out there on other
Oh, I
planets?
thought you were
No.
talking about the movies.
It's too hard to space travel. Aliens aren't gonna bother with that. If they figured that out, they're doing something else already.
They're already here, Brad.
We're the
one of
aliens?
them. Oh no!
Prometheus style?
Guys, what about Animorphs though? It's my favorite alien book.
Nah, aliens aren't gonna space travel. They're gonna like teleport through like dimensions and stuff. You know.
But
That's
if you-
true.
But teleporting.
They're going to find those wormholes.
We've talked about this, Brad. If you teleport, you're killing yourself.
Well, you cut in. Yeah, it's fine. You
Why
just cut
would you
in
do
other
that?
dimensions.
I'm not going to kill myself to go to reappear somewhere
Space
else.
travel's too
That's
hard.
not me. That's a new clone of me.
What? Did I sign up
I don't
for
know if
that?
you thought were
Did
you
I
on
not
this
read
one?
the
They talk
terms of
about
service?
they talk about how does your conscience isn't gonna move. Teleportation is like they're just building a replica of you somewhere else. So you're vaporizing yourself, and they're
Yeah.
making an exact replica clone of you.
Could
that
they just
has,
make the
like-
replica and keep the original?
Maybe
And I just make like a lot of myself.
Yeah,
and
then you
just
go. They got a bunch of
overpopulate the
them.
world.
You're like it's all me.
The Andrew country.
So I always have the thought of like when I die and
That's how you could do a Clone War.
let's say I die and then the universe like retracts and explodes again into the Big Bang. Is my consciousness is probably going to be gone, but will there be like another Brad that lives through? Is there going to be like just a remaking of reality?
Yeah, does it
that's
just
a
happen
concept,
again?
right?
It happens in Futurama.
Yeah.
Well, what if like the universe like slowly contracts on itself to a point where it's back to a ball and it explodes back into a universe?
That's what it's
Right.
going to do.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like everything just happens
Repeats
the same.
again.
It happens the same way every time, and it's been happening for however long,
You could be right.
gazillions of years.
Yeah, who knows?
Of beers?
Of beers.
What does
yeah.
time even matter? You know. Yeah. We're in a snow globe.
There you go. How do you feel about that? Have you having an existential crisis yet?
Where do you go when you die, Andy?
Oh my god.
Next time. Huh?
Downward.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, we know everyone's love of Apollo 13 now. This was Personal Connections.
Personal connection.